bloodlust originate from? Well, the Alter Rebbe writes in his work, the Tanya, which is basically the Chabad handbook, that non-Jews, independent of what they believe or how they behave, are intrinsically evil, while born Jews, independent of what they believe or how they behave, are intrinsically pure. And the former could never elevate itself to the latter, thus making them intrinsically, inherently irredeemable. As it states that the souls of the peoples of the world emanate from an unclean klipa, from the Sitra Achra, which contains no good whatsoever. This, my friends, is the foundation of Chabad ideology and the reason they're so obsessed with Jewish blood. Also, once in an interview, the Rebbe, in an attempt to sound a bit diplomatic, said that non-Jews also have a spark, just like everything that was created has a spark. In other words, friends, a spark like a chair has a spark or a rock has a spark of the Almighty. And on this basis, friends, the public is supposed to believe that Chabad is an ethical institution. And in reality, we know that they must accept this, because if they don't, they'll be labeled anti-Semitic, the favorite rock that Hasidim like to throw. And this, my friends, is what Hasidim do best. However, those of us familiar with their tactics, those of us who can read their books and understand their lectures, know that the Tanya regarding the status of an ethnic Jew teaches not only that ethnic Jews are special and endowed with a spark, but their soul is the candle of God himself, meaning that the soul of the Jews are like the candle's flame, whose nature is always to rise upward, and this flame, they claim, is also part of God, a chelik mamish. And just in case someone assumes that this could perhaps be understood in different ways, we know that they asked the last Lubavitch Rebbe himself about perhaps excluding or changing this portion of the Tanya in the new upcoming English translation, because it might offend non-Jews and cause anti-Semitism. And the Rebbe himself said that not only should it not be excluded, but what is written in the Tanya regarding non-Jews is an understatement, that they are actually intrinsically worse than what the Alter Rebbe described. And friends, those of you out there familiar with mystical Judaism know that this is what they teach, that the greatest of the non-Jews do not even come close to the heels of the born Jew, irreligious or not. Now, if someone would say that the reason non-Jews are worse than Jews is because Jews have and live Torah and non-Jews don't, fine. But this is not what they mean, my friends. And the sad thing is that if today any other group would espouse similar views of those not in their group, they would correctly be labeled bigots.